This episode of The Phenomenon is sponsored by Noom.
With so many different approaches to eating healthy and losing weight, it can sometimes be overwhelming to know the exact right path to choose. But now, thanks to Noom Weight, you can find a weight loss journey that's unique to you and your personal goals. Noom Weight is built around psychology and how you can arm yourself with the knowledge and skills needed to build healthy long-term habits and behavior, rather than just using strict diets or intense workout plans. You can learn about the processes you need to more consistently work sustainable and informed choices into your diet and lifestyle, instead of just abiding by rules and restrictions for what you can and can't eat. Noom prides itself on being supported by science. They've published more than 30 peer-reviewed scientific articles about their methods, how everything works, and how effective they are. I personally love how easy the app is to use and how customizable the program is. It makes things flexible rather than stressful. You're allowed to be human, and if you ever have an off day, Noom is there to help you get your process back on track. Sign up for your trial at Noom.com/phenomenon for psychology-based support to reach your weight loss goals. That's Noom.com/phenomenon to start your trial now.
Finally, the monsters are gone. The shards no longer swarm the skies, killing people at first glance. The indestructible tall ones have disappeared, their whereabouts unknown. In their wake remains only a shred of the original human population. Survivors are scattered around the globe, some finding new communities, some only more isolation, all of them haunted by the past, and slowly learning to move forward. The world is forever changed, but humanity and everything that comes with it perseveres. This is The Phenomenon, Survivors. The Lingering Strain, written by Jordan Cobb, directed by Jerry J. Smith.
Knew you'd be out here. You okay? Milo? It's weird being back here, isn't it? I keep waiting for them to swarm back down all over again. I almost shit myself walking up out of the subway over at Rockefeller. Never again. I kept saying, didn't I tell myself never again? And then I come out and it's a beautiful sunny day. Clear skies, except for the snow. I heard some kid laughing down the street. Laughing. Out loud, just fearless. Happy. It echoed all the way up the street and I heard it. And it was like all those memories. It's like they all got washed away. But I get it now. It's a good day to be alive. A good day for music. Stage manager says they're gonna start soon. I can stall them if you want. You don't have to do this, you know. I know it's for... She'd understand.
Thank you. Welcome, friends, neighbors, survivors. It is an honor to be gathered here with you today at the newly restored Radio City Music Hall. This concert, a sound of celebration, has been lovingly orchestrated in memory of those lost during the phenomenon.
can't.
and in gratitude of those of us still here.
I understand. Go on then.
I remember music at the end of the world. These days, even the loudest sounds seem soft to me. People yell in hushed whispers. Music is a thing of the past, unfamiliar and haunting. But back then, back in those days, the world was alive. Everything was sound, a symphony in constant crescendo. Until it wasn't. I remember it so clearly. Nights, in the city that never sleeps. The rush of traffic, the buzz and burn of street lamps, the people. These days, it's hard to believe there used to be so many of them. Talking, laughing, moving, endless crowds, all evaporated. Gone in an instant. But that night, they were endless. Spilling out of the music hall and theaters, pooling onto the dark pavement of Fifth Avenue, alive. And there was music. She stopped me with a smile, a look. If she hadn't, it was late. I remember thinking, too late for someone to be standing on the cold street corner busking, unless they had nowhere else to be. Unless they couldn't stop playing, for the love of this sound. A midnight mass was just letting out of St. Patrick's. There were 100 people all around me crowding the street. But all I could see was you. I bent down to drop a few coins into the violin case at your feet, trying to think of something, anything to say. But it was as if the music had gotten into my blood, your rhythms rolling around and around in my mind. And suddenly, you took my hand. Suddenly the world was ending. Just like that, it was over. Everything was silence.
Is that everything?
Everything worth saving. I don't think we're the first people to come through here.
I swept the pantry and I found some soup, guys.
Christ, keep your voice down.
I finished going over the pantry.
And?
Hope you boys like soup.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Let's get out of here.
Where's Sherry?
Where do you think?
Sherry?
Did you see it?
See what?
The ceiling. It's perfectly carved. The music would have carried into every corner of this room, drifted out onto the terrace. One instrument, and you could fill this whole place. Now it's just paint. Pretty pictures, but silent.
Hey, let's move it, you two. All right. Same formation as last time. Keep to the scaffolding and the awnings. Blindfolds on until I say so. Got it?
Aye, aye, Captain Commander.
Cute. You got anything to report, Space Cadet, or can we get moving?
The shards were hit earlier, but I haven't heard them in a while. We should be clear to go.
Then let's not waste any more time. Blindfolds, everyone.
Okay. Don't look outside. Don't look at the sky. Don't make noise. Don't look outside. Don't look at the sky. Don't make noise.
Louise, shut it. Come on, you first. One, 2, 3, 4. What attracted the shards earlier?
One of the boards on the scaffolding cracked, and a couple of the pipes hit the courtyard.
What?
They only came down for a couple of seconds. They barely even investigated.
If they're in her path, she's not gonna see them with...
The blindfold.
We have to get her out of there!
No, that's too dangerous. Why didn't you say anything?
I didn't think...
Run!
We can't leave her.
I said run! The cellar. Now, go, go!
All those supplies wasted.
What are we gonna do now? Every day it's someone else.
I cannot believe this keeps
That's
happening.
enough. Volume, friends, volume. Remember the vents.
I got it. We're clear, Sam.
Thank you. Now, I know we're all upset, but there's no reason for us to let things spiral out of hand. We've lost folks before, but that doesn't change our situation. We have each other. Everything is under control.
If you want to call being holed up in a church cellar like rats while those things pick us off one by one under control.
Wouldn't that make us church mice?
Joke all you want, but I'd rather call this what it is. Untenable. You seem to be the only person still struggling to keep up.
You certainly have a lot to say for the ringleader of this morning's little debacle.
We found food.
And Louise is dead.
That wasn't my fault.
Nothing ever is. But the least you can do is show a little respect for the woman you just got killed. Look at Milo. You don't see him jumping up and starting a riot.
Please, don't drag me into this.
And I don't see your other little friend at all. Where is Sherry, by the way? Or didn't she make it back from your little unannounced jaunt across the avenue?
She'll be here. She just needed a minute.
She's not playing with that damn violin again.
No, well...
I told her I catch her anywhere near that thing again, and I'll smash it. She remembers
We
the
remember,
vents.
Sam.
Sound carries. Remember that, friends. We've already had those things find their way into the vents once. We were lucky.
She knows, Sam. She won't do it again. She just needs time.
You're sure?
She's fine, Sam.
Is she? Try to understand, Corey. These people here, this is all we have. They don't deserve to die just because you or anybody else is having an off day.
And how's anyone supposed to take care of them if we're all stuck down here in the dark, huh? Who's gonna fight for them? You? At least I was out there, fighting, gathering resources and making a difference. Because in case you hadn't noticed, we're gonna starve to death if we stay here any longer. I'm out there for them. You haven't gone so far as the transept since we got ourselves locked in here. And if you had it your way, no one else would have either. You're not keeping these people safe, you're keeping them prisoners.
What would you have me do?
Anything! Sam, we're trapped. You sit and you preach, talking about the future, about family, about that precious someday when salvation will come. But the day of the preacher's gone, Sam. Your God is dead, eaten by the monsters outside our windows. And if he isn't, then you've been abandoned, just like the rest of us. No one is coming to save us, and we are well past the point of needing to save ourselves. It's time to move on. We've been living in a crypt, and if we don't do something soon, we'll all be dying in one too.
Corey.
And what do you suggest?
There's a subway entrance 3 blocks away, just across Rockefeller Plaza.
Guys, volume. Volume.
Have you lost your mind?
3 blocks down and 1 avenue over. All we have to do is cross the plaza and make it to 48th and 6th, and we'll have access to anywhere you could want to go on this island. We can make our way to one of the tunnels and get back to the mainland, or camp out on one of the stations and get set up with a real fortified location where we'd have better access to food, running water, and easy escape if something goes wrong. There could be people out there, Sam. Real people like us. Something's got to change, Sam. We were never going to live like this forever. If we don't find a way out, we're going to starve.
How would we even make it over there?
We've done it before. We can do it again. Milo Sherry and I made it all the way to one of the restaurants under the statue and back just fine.
And Louise didn't. Corey, what you're proposing it's just not possible. We have children here, old folks like myself. How exactly do you think we're supposed to make it across the plaza with those things flying overhead? Even if we could make it over there without attracting the shards, you said yourself the subway entrances are totally barricaded. No one's getting down there, not without making a lot of noise.
I can take care of the barricade.
How are you gonna do that?
If you would just listen to me.
No, it's out of the question. I've heard enough. You're gonna get us all killed.
Sherry? Are you up here? Sherry?
Milo.
What are you doing?
I wasn't playing, I swear. I wouldn't. I was just... I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have it out, but I just wanted to hold it.
Sherry, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. Do you want me to...
No. It's all right.
I wanted to see if...
Yes?
I needed to know you were okay.
There's blood on my hands. I thought maybe if I could play, the blood might soak into the wood, spill out in the music, fly away on dark red notes, and leave my poor hands clean.
Did it?
I can't play, Milo. Maybe never again. You know what that would mean. I killed her.
Sherry, it wasn't your fault.
But it was. It might have been an accident. I might not have realized, but she's still dead because of me. Because of my oversight. And you know what the worst part of it is? I'm not even sad.
You don't mean that.
I've been sitting here, trying and trying for hours. Trying to feel, desperate to feel something. Anything to indicate I might still be human. Might still be even a little bit of a good person. But I don't. I'm not sad. I'm jealous.
Jealous? Of...
Awful, isn't it? Am I crazy, Milo?
You're not crazy.
She's dead. She's dead. And it's my fault. And I know I should be sorry. But I can't stop thinking. At least there's music where she's going. I think that makes her one of the lucky ones. All my life, the house was full of music. Mom was a musician, Dad couldn't sing a note, but he loved jazz. The radio was always on and the music made the house feel so alive. Then it all stopped. So suddenly, I almost didn't realize that everything was over. 1 second, the world was dancing. For one instant, I held it all. I could feel the notes humming between my fingers. And now, it's quiet all the time. Half the time I can't even hear the rhythm in my heartbeat. And I think I must have died that day out on the corner. We all did. We died. The music stopped and the world stopped turning. So I stop. I wait. I listen. And everything is silence. And then I know I must be alive because I can hear everything I'm missing. All the sounds, every note, every song. And I'm alive. But who could call that living? I know it's the end of the world. I know I'm supposed to say that we're lucky to be here. And maybe we are. I always thought surviving meant we won. But instead it's like I'm a prisoner. With this feeling inside me trying to get out. Like I'm going to explode. This overwhelming desire to fill up every empty space I can. But instead, the world is full of silence, and I can hear every note of it. Every strain is crushing me.
There doesn't really seem to be much use for us, does there? Artists in the apocalypse.
Nope. There's a reason nobody writes us into those movies where the survivors save the world. And they're right, aren't they? I mean, it seems so silly. What the hell am I supposed to do with an old violin when it's the end of everything?
Hold on to it, and remember to make something beautiful. I think you and me, people like us are meant for the after, the days to come. Hope for a world that will follow. I used to write stories back in the before. Used to think I was going to be the world's greatest novelist. I never could have dreamed up something like this. I've tried to put it into words, but it's too big for language to hold. When I think of it, I think of you.
Me?
On the street corner, playing. so beautifully. If I hadn't stopped to listen to you play, if that was the last sound I ever heard, I think I could die happy.
Milo.
I think you're the light. Your music, your sound, art, and passion mean so much more in the dark. It's the things we love that light the way, give us something to hold on to. Because maybe you're right. This isn't living, but we're alive. And I know that someday, my words will come back to me, and I'll fill up that empty space. For now, though, since it's silent, and all I can do is stay alive, I'm dreaming that someday, I'll live and hear you play again. People like you, the ones made of light and music, you're the ones who give the rest of us a chance.
We used to.
And will again.
You think so?
I know it. Someday, I promise, there will be music again.
Thanks, Milo.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
I just hope I make it that long.
You will. You okay?
I will be. Come on. We better get going before the others start wondering where we've run off to.
Can't have anyone stumbling on your secret Eden.
Well, maybe the occasional visitor isn't so bad. Just one.
Well, we wouldn't want to start a scandal.
I think for something to be scandalous, it has to be a surprise.
Isn't it?
What the?
What's going on?
It's Corey. Haven't you heard?
What?
Is he all right?
He and Sam got into it. But now we can't find him.
Oh my God. Something's wrong. Something's gone wrong. He's dead. He's dead. He should have been back by now. What time is it?
Midnight.
He should have been back by now. Is that?
It's him. Corey.
Where the hell have you been?
Jesus, your hands.
It's all right.
You're bleeding.
It looks worse than it is.
What happened?
I'll get you some bandages.
No, there's no time.
What do you mean?
We need to get everyone together. Now, where's Sam?
In the crypt. Corey, what is going on?
Well, I did it.
What do you mean, you did it?
I found a way. Ow! Easy, Milo. What are you trying to do? Take off a finger?
Sorry. There. That should stop the bleeding.
Now, hold on. I don't understand. What do you mean, a way?
A way out. A clear path to the underground. The barricade is down and we can get into the subway. We can leave St. Patrick's tonight, right now.
How do you know?
Because I took it down myself. Bored by painstakingly slow and quiet board. What do you think I've been doing, picking daisies? We have to leave now.
You went out there alone?
Well, you seemed to object last time I took someone with me.
We can't take everyone out there. We'll be too exposed.
We stay close to the buildings. We stay under the scaffolding as much as possible.
There are shards everywhere. We can't have everyone wear blindfolds and make it there safely.
No, we can't. Not after what happened to Louise. Look, we keep our heads down. We stay silent, and we keep our eyes shut as much as possible. Only peek when we need to, and only then straight at the ground.
How do you expect us to get there with our eyes closed?
I put up a guide rope. Seemed like the safest thing to do was exit through the crypt. But then we make our way straight across to Radio City. Then, on to the station. And I'll be going out there first, to guide you. Every step of the way.
Why do we have to go now?
Because once I got the barricade down and went inside the tunnel, there were people. Other survivors. They obviously want to put the barricade back up to keep the shards out, but they're giving us a few hours before they do. Once it goes back up, there's no guarantee we can quietly take it down again. We may never get another chance like this. We've got a small window, and if we ever want to get out of this place, it's now or never.
You made it into the subway. You could have left us.
I would never do that. I told you, Sam. I have a plan. We can get out of here. All of us. Together. No one is getting left behind.
All right, Corey. You're in charge. Come on, everyone. Take only what you absolutely need. Remember, sound carries. Leave anything that will make noise.
I can't believe it.
They're not going to make it.
What?
Milo, look at them. There are too many people here. Too much fear in their eyes. Something's bound to go wrong.
I'm sure Corey's got something worked out.
Maybe.
Milo! Come with me. We gotta see what we can do about the food supplies.
Coming! Are you...
You remember what happened with Louise. It's too quiet out there.
Milo!
Sherry, It's gonna be... I'll see you later. Okay?
All right, let's go over this one last time.
Guide rope is tied off on this end, leading from here in the crypt, directly up these stairs to outside on 5th Avenue, then all the way to 6th, and over to the subway entrance.
You have anything in your pockets or bag that might make noise?
I'll be out front making sure the way is clear. There's scaffolding up around most of the buildings, so as long as everyone holds close to the rope and moves slow, there's little chance anyone will get noticed.
Make sure that bag is strapped tight. We don't want you to drop it or trip.
I'll wait exactly 2 minutes before sending the next person out. You're sure of the spacing?
Positive. It's a 6-minute walk. 10 if we want to be careful and take it extra slow. Just 6 minutes, then we're home free.
All we have to do is make sure we don't make a sound on our way. It's silent out there. Any disruptions and the shards will be on us.
Sam, we'll make it. Trust me.
That's everyone. Has anyone seen Sherry?
Said she just needed to get something from upstairs. She'll be back.
What do you mean upstairs? Where is she?
Okay, we're ready.
All right. Places, everyone. Deep breaths.
Keep it orderly and move slow. It'll be all right.
What? Now?
It's time, Milo.
We can't go now. Sherry's not here yet. You can't just leave her.
No one is getting left behind. I'll be here, Milo. I'll make sure she's with us. But we need to start moving.
No, this isn't right. She should have been back by now.
What the?
No! Sherry!
Hold him.
Milo, stop! Stop!
What is she doing?
It's coming from the altar on the Madison Avenue side. She's giving us a distraction.
Did you know about this?
No, I didn't know. She's given us an opening. The charge will be on the other side of the building. She's given us a chance. We have to take it.
All right. All right.
Milo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have to go. You have to... There's nothing we can do now. We have to run. Please. She's playing for you, Milo. For all of us. We have to be quiet now and let her play.
I can't listen. Don't make me listen. Corey, we can't just leave her here.
Come on. With me. We'll go together.
Ready?
Ready.
We're right behind you.
We'll be waiting.
That's twice your music saved me. The violin has never quite sounded the same. I hear it. Those first lingering strains, and instinctively I start to look for you. And when you aren't standing there, the music seems to fade away, vanish. It's just not the same. The fact that I'm standing here at all is a miracle. I remember you told me the same thing once, 1,000 years ago. I should be grateful. Most days I am, so long as there's no music. I wrote today, for the first time in what feels like a lifetime. The words came flowing back, like a river welling up inside of me, filling the places I didn't even realize I'd lost. I saw the ink spilling across the page, spelling out your name. It felt like breathing again. And for the first time in years, I understood why you did what you did. What it meant for you to reach out and touch the strings of your heart, pulling them up with the rhythm of your soul, and to play for us, for me, for this moment, so there could be an after. I understood why you couldn't wait. Some days, you just have to create, to live, no matter the cost. The streets are quiet now, but not in the same way. There are fewer of us, working to fill these empty spaces. And maybe the world will never be fully full again. Everything's shifted. But there are moments when I hear laughter. Little flashes when I catch snatches of song. Every now and then, the emptiness fills, and I hear the lonely, distant strains of a violin. And it's not music. Not to me. Not really. But it makes me think of you. And that's a start.
on the world of the phenomenon created by R.K. Katic. Sound design and music by Andrew Pomeroy. Cover art by Amanda Pecharsky. This episode features the voices of Seth Humerick, Katusha Jin, Graham Rowat, Carmina Manley, and Jerry Schultz. Violin by Raina Arnett, performing Bach's Violin Sonata No. 1 in G minor. Additional voices by Michelle Bovee, Leah Palmieri, Mark Van Hare, and Lesley Frey. The Phenomenon is a production of Luciola Creative.